You guys, the Pokemon cards are back to help us determine who's gonna win the Splatoon 3 Splatfest. It was just announced, who do you spend the holidays with? And so the teams are right up here in the top. Friends, family, or solo. And so we're actually gonna have kind of 3 rounds to determine it. And then I'm gonna ask my live stream chat, because this is simultaneously being live streamed while I'm also recording it for a video. I'm gonna ask them to pick the most popular team, and so that'll be a category as well. But right here is essentially the point scale for our first set of matches. This will be like the open category in Splatoon. So open is just sort of like general Splatoon turf war action. So right now for open, let's go ahead with Crown Zenith to start us off right here. Got some 151. We got a lot of stuff today. But yeah, I'd like to thank my people that are in the chat right now. They are helping us out, except for we only have one that's a team captain right now for family. I might have to be the team captain for friends and solo, which is fine, okay? So yeah, I'm sure that many of you guys would actually just go with family, right? That's probably what your choice would be. But this right here is for team friends. They actually get a V-star marker up in this piece. And so let's make this a little bit smaller just so that that's not going to be in the way. And maybe this a tad bit. I know we're editing on the fly. I know, we're doing it. I'm sorry. We'll move that. We'll move all of them in a second, okay? Let's just get it. Why is a trainer card first? I thought that we just got multiple trainer cards. Is that normal? And would you look at that? This is actually not helpful for the Splatoon Splatfest, but it's kind of cool for me just pulling that, is we actually got a Psychic Energy Hollow. But yeah, it does look like their team is going to be this. And what's interesting also is that each team in Splatoon up here, you see, has a color to it. So blue, yellow, and then that one's going to be colorless, essentially, like white, and in Pokemon cards is colorless. And so in Pro and in Tricolor, that will actually be a factor. But it looks like right now, Friends is gonna have this one, and so that is just 1 point. We're using this little scale right here on the bottom right for your points. So if everybody gets 1 point, then Friends is still in this, but if anybody gets a little bit higher than that, then Friends is already out of the first category, which is opens. And how's everybody doing that's in my live chat? You can feel free to talk. I know I'm recording it for a video, but it can have live stream chats and stuff like that in it, you guys. So you gotta always do 4. There we go. Boom. And so it looks like, whoa, we're dropping cards all over the place. This is gonna be a little bit better. I can already see that border right here is looking like something dope fresh. Ladies and gentlemen, would you look at that? So that says GG. Don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, right there. GG is the Galarian Gallery. That's actually a full 3 points up in this piece. For Team Family, they are coming out to rock, and that is a fresh card, you guys. I guess you always said that name Sharon, but I never really learned, so Sharon's Care? Is it Karen's Care? Is this due to Karen? Anyway, Sharon's Care right there. Very, very, very cool card, you guys, but that's a massive 3 points, so can Solo either get 3 to tie, and we do like a coin toss, or can they actually get a 4 count? I see Red is Sus cheering on Team Family, because Red is Sus in our chat is Team Family, you guys. That is the captain, and that's also the team that they have chosen. Let me actually just zoom us in here a little bit. Just a tiny tad bit. Okay. So let's see it, you guys. Going back to my chat. Alright. So, can they get something that is 4? It's very, very hard. You know, your chances of pulling a 4-pointer are very slim. And would you look at that? It's 1. So, Family gonna actually take in an easy battle. Family will take that first category, of course, which is opens. Now, here's the hard part if you are rooting on Team Family. It's not over just yet, you guys. It's not over just yet. Because the next categories are going to increase in points. So Pro is actually going to be worth 2 points. And then Tricolor is going to be worth 3 points. And then at the end of the stream, I'm going to ask you guys in the chat, okay? I'm going to ask you which team you would pick. And that'll be the most popular for an extra point. So you could make your team tie, win, whatever. It could be determined by that. So you got to stick around. You got to wait till the end here, because you guys are going to decide it. And if there's not enough people chatting and whatnot, then I will have to do something else to decide it. That is a very real possibility. But anyway, Squid Kid said, I'm trying my best to be okay. My grandmother passed away a week and 3 days ago. You said I haven't eaten yet, but I'm okay. Well, that is awful. I presume that you were pretty close to your grandmother. What was your grandmother like? What was like your favorite memories or memory of your grandmother here? So this one's going to be a little bit different here for, of course, doing this pro battle. We're actually going to use our coin. And so this is heads, this is tails. And so we're going to be flipping it and determining heads means HP, tails means damage. A lot of the times they go hand in hand together. Like if one has a really good HP, then it probably has good damage too. It's not always, but you think about like Gyarados and stuff like that, those cards. So this is actually going to be whichever one's the highest of those categories. And again, this is 151. I've opened up a ton of these on stream, but here we go. And you guys should know this. If the card pulled that we're going to be using is the color of their team, they're actually going to get plus 10 to whatever the total is. So like, let's say it was this one and it was blue, right? It's not. But let's say this was a blue card for friends, then they would get plus 10 on the damage or the HP, right? So we'll see. Red is sus says, will I win? Will you win today? Well, remember, it's you and anybody that picks family, but I just appreciate that you have offered to be the team captain for Team Family if I need it. It's just if I need it, you know, the team captain may not actually be called upon for anything, you know? What I'm saying up in here. So let's see it, Pokemon 151. I love this set, you guys. It looks like it's actually going to be Dodrio. They would have loved that over on the other team. Did we lose the... What happened here? No? It's just like super duper lag. Here, let's turn that off and turn it on. Maybe that'll... Oh? It's kind of here. We'll do this. Sorry, everybody. Wow, that didn't help. Okay. Let's do... Oh. Wow, it's like playing everything like way late. I've never had that happen before. That is crazy. There, I turned it off for a second. Does that do it? I don't know. It might be delayed. We'll see. Okay, I think it's caught up. I've never seen that before. Anyway, like I said, Solo would have liked that because Dodrio is colorless. It would have enjoyed to have that essentially white for Solo right there. But no, they need electric over there on Family. And so again, right now it's looking like, of course... Look at this, it's gonna be Arbok. You guys, look at that dope, fresh card. I think we know what's gonna happen because look at those numbers, man. I love that card, dude. Never has Arbok been cooler than that right there in Pokemon 151. And so that is actually for Solo. I think Solo is about to take this, you guys, but we gotta see. No, they would take it in every category, like I said, because HP and damage... They often go hand in hand, and so yeah, it does look like Solo actually is going to take that before the coin toss. So I'm so sorry, you guys, if you were Team Family right now, they have now fallen behind. Boom! Just like this. Squid Kid said I was. Yes, she was a great person. I can imagine, my friend. I can imagine, dude. So again, I'm so sorry. You know, I've definitely dealt with loss in my family as well. Nothing anybody says really, like, helps you all that much. It can help a little bit, though. And so, I'm here to help you at least a little bit. Like I say, loss is difficult. I've had it happen. And the good news is that you do actually prevail in the end. You know, you figure out how to do it. You go through rough things. For me... My grandmother died when I was 16, and my mom died when I was in my 20s. I was 26. Man, 6. Kind of a bad number for me, I guess. Okay, let's get back to this. I know that people don't want to hear about this stuff. So boom, boom, boom. Let's do S, Shining Fates, for Solo. Okay, so this will be friends. So these are actually all different packs right here. But like I said, this will now be worth 3 points to the team that wins it. So this one will be heavily weighted, and then I'm going to ask you guys in the chat which one is your team of choice, and that will help us determine which one's the most popular. Which one's the most popular? But yeah, Squid Kid was saying, I think most of my childhood shows I watched was at my grandmother's house. I used to stay at her house after school until my parents were done with work and take me home. Man. Yeah, and that's a big one too. Like, I feel like a lot of people take it for granted how much our childhood shows, like, stick with us and stuff. You know, I know that now that I've, like, grown up and whatnot, quote unquote, am I really grown up? But I know that now. You know, it's like I care so much about the nostalgia of my shows and those memories. Woof, that's gonna be very nice right here. I forgot to tell you guys what we're doing. We're actually doing a McDonald's match battle for Tricolor. So, this is gonna determine for us, it's essentially, it goes like this. You flip it and there's still a heads or tails. Heads means higher, tails means lower, but whichever symbol on here lands pointing to me. So let's say it was this one. That's Pokemon number. I hear my door. That's the Pokédex number, it looks like. Yeah, because there's the card number. So Pokédex number. So this one, actually, what's funny is V cards. I don't think they say the Pokédex number, so I would have to actually look up Malamar's because I don't even know remotely what it is. But here, we'll keep that aside for now, but that is a dope card, man. So Friends, going crazy there. That is not a blue card, though. And this time, if you pull the color, we're going to add 20 to whatever it is, or we're going to subtract 20 from whatever it is. Again, whether it's higher or lower, you'll see. You just know that you get a bonus on your team if we pull the color, essentially, for it. So if family gets an electric type right here, then they will be in good shape for that bonus. And what is this? Is this Vivid Voltage? I think it is. So let's see. Vivid. They're going to go Whimsicott right there. Not great if you want the higher, like if it lands on HP or something, but it could be anything. That's the cool thing about this little match game that we're gonna play, you guys. But yeah, Red is Sus says, I love my mom and dad. That is good. Anytime that you can have a good relationship with your parents, I think it's obvious that that's the better, right? But people somehow persevere and they survive, you know, they survive against all odds, I guess is what I'm saying, but it's like, don't we want the odds to be in our favor in general? It is where it comes to the people in our life, of course. So I am nothing but feeling about this. And like I say, sadly been through it several times and we didn't get a single... There's like no rare card. Is it really this? I guess this is the rare card, but of course that doesn't have a Pokédex number or anything like that, so it's going to be this one. The only advantage here is that that's actually a bonus for Team Solo because look, Eevee, of course, is the little like white icon, the colorless. And so that could be very good, especially if it's lower. If it's higher, that's probably not going to be good, but it gets a plus 20 or minus 20 bonus essentially to that. So let's see it, you guys. Here comes the match battle. And it's going to be heads, which is higher. And the thing that's facing closest to me, this is if you're playing with multiple people. It's kind of like an Uno reverse, but it just basically means it goes to the next person. So it's going to be this one, which is height. And so the height of the Pokemon, we are looking for the tallest. And so, I don't know, it could be Malamar because I don't think Eevee's going to be the tallest. The height on this one is 1 foot, and so we're going to have to actually add 20 inches because you can't say 20 feet. That would be like way too much. So 20 inches, it's essentially like 2 foot something. I can't do math, but it's a little over 2 feet. Let's see, so this one's actually 2'4". I might need to do some math here. So if you have 1 foot, what is 20 inches? So... what's 20 minus 12? So that's 6? No, 8? Gosh, I hate math. Okay, so that's 8. So it's actually 2'8", I guess would be our Eevee total. And this one's 2'4". So what's Malamar? What is Malamar? Let's look it up. Google. Malamar Pokemon height. Usually they have this stuff 4'11". So yeah, Friends coming out strong. Each team has one category. And so, boom, now it is up to you in the chat. It's your turn, chat. So please pick which team is your favorite. Boom, it's Friends, Family, or Solo. So you guys are actually going to help because if Solo, for example, is voted most popular, then they could actually tie with Friends. Otherwise, I think friends is gonna win this because I know that some of you guys are picking family, of course. So we'll see that. And while my chat picks that, you guys, I will go ahead and just open something else. I see it coming in. Squid Kid and Red Sus are both saying family. So right now, family may be the one that's gonna win it. But I know we have more people than you guys here between Twitch and YouTube, you guys. Isn't this a cool little set? The Trick or Trade cards up in there. I always liked those. Pikachu's alright. That's actually a decent Pikachu card too. Normally, I'm not a fan of Pikachu as a Pokemon, but they usually have really dope Pikachu cards up in here. So very cool, man. But yep, I'm seeing that no other comments are coming through for any other teams, and so it's family. I probably would pick family again if it was my heart choice, but logically or strategically I might pick solo. And so right now, family is actually gonna get that too, but you see what that does? Unfortunately, not enough to beat the almighty tricolor, which usually is what determines who wins the Splatoon 3 Splatfest in real life, unless you win all the other categories on another team. So, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like friends right now, as I'm wearing a blue shirt today. Can you believe it? So please, if you're watching this as a produced video recording or whatever, click an end screen on screen. It's going to be somewhere over here to see another one. And thank you so much for viewing.